I started helping Jesse put the brake lines in that V6, and then he realized that it needed all new calipers and probably all new pads. And then he realized that the work that he was willing to put into that car, if he just put that into a different car that's already in his name and safety, that he would not have that problem. So, kind of sucks for me because it looks like I'm losing my Toyota Camry wagon. But I'll get it back eventually, I know I will. I started putting everything back together in this, but by the time that I was done helping Jesse work on that V6, it was getting kind of late. We didn't get the starter hooked up. We did get everything kind of back in, but we didn't really get too many things hooked up. What I've done today is, you guys can't really see it because it's all in a frame, but we have all my Bolton Derby cage ready for it. We are missing a couple pieces of it because it's actually in a different car. I'm not going to take them out of that car because that car that they're in gets derbied 3 weeks before this one. So I should be able to take them out and put them into this, hopefully. But what my plan right now is get this cage in, get the windshield out, hopefully tonight, and then maybe the shifter, the R&R Derby shifter, we'll get this one into there. And you know what, maybe we'll go in the house and get the gray area shifter. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure which one I'm going to be running as of right yet, but I will be putting one into this. But that's my game plan for tonight. Maybe I should start with the windshield because then you guys can see me put this cage in. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll start with the windshield. Not really feeling like, oh, I can't remove the windshield. I can't remove the windshield because I broke my Sawzall. And I know that you guys are going to say you don't need a Sawzall to take out a windshield, but that's the way I've taken out every windshield I've ever taken out. So, windshield staying in, so sorry, but we'll throw the cage in. Like I said, we can't bolt it 100% down, but we can get it all set up. We can get the post-to-post in, which holds the gas tank. We can get the gas tank protector in. We can get the halo bar in. We can basically get all that in, but I can't bolt it to the floor, and I can't bolt it through the doors because the driver and passenger door is missing. So let's get started on that. So I got this cage in here, but I was having quite a hard time getting it in at the beginning, and I couldn't figure out why. The answer is, I built this cage to go on a new body. This is an old body. See? Taillights. Taillights tell you what year it is. But anyway, I could not figure out why this was giving me such a hard time. But it's in there now. We haven't bolted it to the roof. It's just sitting there because I do not have the door bars in it yet. So we're just going to leave that. We threw the gas tank in there. Ran the gas lines all the way up to the front. So a little bit of work that I got to do up here. I got to hook up the starter. I got to get all this stuff hooked up. I don't need this because that goes to this here. I don't need that. Yeah, anyway, there's lots of stuff I got to do. I've done my throttle cable washer. I guess that's an upgrade. I don't like leaving rubber pieces there. I find that comes apart if you leave rubber. We got our battery cable here that I can hook up. We got these hooked back up. Fuel lines are right here, so those can be hooked up. Whole bunch of stuff up here to be hooked up, so let's get going with that. Little things. We got the cage all in, we got the gas tank in, we got the gas tank lines hooked up. It leaks at the tank, so I'm gonna have to go buy some new clamps because I'm actually out of them. And what else have we done? We got the gas lines hooked up here. We got the throttle body hooked up back with the throttle cable. We got this sensor pulled off the firewall. Positive hooked up, negative's now grounded to the body, nice and secure. But next thing I'm going to do is electrical, but that's going to be a different video. But I don't know. Car's come along pretty good. Still quite a ways left to go on it, but Derby's about 3 weeks away, 4 weeks away now. But the thing is this is not the super priority car because there's still 2 cars to be derbied before this. So I have other cars that are other priorities. This car actually gets ran 2 weeks before this one, but yet this one is farther along than that one. I'm kind of a little messed up with my orders. But still little things left to do. I should actually do it now. I should tighten down all the strut tower bolts. So with that, I think that is just about all for this video. What is left to do to this engine bay is basically the top motor mount here on, I guess it'll be passenger side, radiator, transmission cooler, shifter cable, because I actually did just bring out my gray area shifter. And I'm pretty excited about installing this into this car, but that's going to be another video as well. Radiator back in. And then just electrical. But like I said, electrical is going to be its own video, and that's going to be coming up very shortly. Oh, and another thing. For these type of Camrys, I've been buying an AC delete belt. These belts cost me $25 Canadian. So I imagine for you American viewers, it's a little bit cheaper. But I find that if you get rid of this AC... Let me reword that. I find if you get rid of the AC delete and you just run an alternator and crank pulley, that it's better. But I'm going to let you in on a secret like that about that. This AC pulley is not really that bad. I find that in a lot of cases in stock class, the frame will actually bend and hit the AC pulley. But that AC pulley stops it from really going any farther and causing any severe damage to the motor. So I have a plan. I'm going to remove the AC belt. I'm going to put just the alternator belt on, and then I'm going to take a zip cut, and I'm going to cut the pulley, turn it to the correct position so the pulley does not interfere with the belt, and then I'm going to weld the actual pulley so it does not turn. So then that way, if the frame bends, it will actually hit the pulley and stop it from bending any farther, but it will not interfere with my alternator belt itself. Is it going to make a giant difference? I don't really know, but I've done a couple of Camrys now where I move the AC compressor and I just put an alternator belt on, and I find it kind of kinked over real tight, and then where the AC pulley was, now the frame was. So on a lot of my stock cars, when they go crazy, on a lot of my cars where I leave the AC in, the frame bends and hits the AC and snaps the belt. So maybe if I can delete the belt but keep the AC pump, it will stop it from bending into the motor. But I don't know. Just future plans. There's some negatives I haven't hooked back up yet, so we'll just start clicking all those back in. You know what, this car, they're pretty good once you get used to them. The reason why I'm liking them so much right now, Because I don't have to buy anything. Everything I have for these cars, sorry, everything I want for these cars, I already have. I have shifters, I have headers, I have everything I want for the cars. It's cost effective. It still gets me in the track. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.